The plain black text apology on a white background, with only a tiny Facebook logo, appeared in Sunday publications. Reuters Facebook chief executive Mark Zuckerberg apologized to Britons on Sunday over a breach of trust, taking out full-page advertisements in British newspapers after a political consultancy got its hands on data on 50 million users. "We have a responsibility to protect your information. If we can't, we don't deserve it," said the advert, signed by Facebook founder Zuckerberg, according to Reuters. The world's largest social media network is facing growing government scrutiny in Europe and the United States, which follows allegations by a whistleblower that British consultancy Cambridge Analytica improperly accessed users' information to help elect U.S. President Donald Trump. The plain black text apology on a white background, with only a tiny Facebook logo, appeared in Sunday publications. Zuckerberg said an app built by a university researcher leaked Facebook data of millions of people in 2014, read Al-Su.s. Lawmakers formerly asked Facebook's CEO to testify on user data. Reuters, "This was a breach of trust, and I'm sorry we didn't do more at the time," Zuckerberg said, reiterating an apology first made last week in U.S. television interviews. Cambridge Analytica says it initially believed the data had been obtained in line with data protection laws, and later deleted it at Facebook's request. The consultancy said it did not use the data in work it did for the 2016 U.S. election. On Friday night, investigators from Britain's data watchdog searched the London offices of Cambridge Analytica for several hours. Read Elsa. Cambridge Analytica exposed key revelations of investigative journalist Zuckerberg, whose firm has lost more than $50 billion in market value since the allegations, said Facebook would give users more information and control about who can access their data. "Thank you for believing in this community. I promise to do better for you," he wrote. "If you see a spelling error on our site, select it and press Ctrl-Enter. World 1920 U.S. expel 60 Russian diplomats, shutters Seattle consulate, AP 1300 founder of Financial Pyramid S in Moscow, media 11 o'clock U.S., number of EU states to announce expulsion of Russian diplomats, 10 o'clock monument to MH17 victims unveiled in Eindhoven, 2340 shopping mall, fire in Siberia, at least 37, agencies 2140 Facebook. Zuckerberg says sorry to Britons with newspaper ads. 1540 ex-Catalan president detained in Germany. 1837 Trump plans expulsion of Russian envoys over UK. Attack. Bloomberg. 1713 Russian spy. Skripal asked Putin if he could return home. BBC. 2258 Ukraine's foreign ministry condemns terror attack in France as troops. 1540 At least one dead in French supermarket hostage-taking. Media. 1440 Russia arming the Afghan Taliban, says U.S. BBC. 920 EU recalls envoy from Russia, blames Moscow for spy poisoning in UK. 1500 FT. Facebook. Zuckerberg responds to Cambridge Analytica scandal. 1220 ex-CIA chief, Russians may have something incriminating on Trump. 1640 Zuckerberg invited VP amid massive data breach. Row. 1540 Skripal poisoning, Lavrov says UK should calm down. 1520 Russian source in Maltese scandal surrenders to Greek police. Media. 1120 Austin bomber dead. Media. 1020 U.S. set to continue dialogue with Russia. White House. 10 o'clock Russian warplane bombs refugee camp in Syria's Idlib. Media. 2359 FT. Theresa May steps back from further action against Russian nation. 1957 RFE/RL. Trump congratulates Putin on re-election, hopes to meet soon. 1040 Sarkozy detained in campaign funding probe. Media. 920 Trump not to congratulate Putin on re-election. Media. 1520 Russian denials of spy poisoning, increasingly absurd. Johnson. 1440 election violations in Russia unable to prevent Putin's win. 1220 UK has evidence Russia secretly developing nerve agents. 1140 questions raised over Cambridge Analytica's use of Facebook data. 1020 Putin not greeted by US, European leaders over Alex win. Media. 940 Putin plans no constitutional reforms anytime soon. 1540 Russia spy poisoning, 23 UK diplomats expelled from Moscow. 1140 Putin critic Glushkov murdered, London police say. 1515 BBC. Putin most likely behind spy poisoning. Johnson. 1317 Russia's Lavrov says Moscow will expel British diplomats. Media. 2310 Trump. It certainly looks like Russia behind poisoning of ex-spy. 1910 FIFA panicking over calls to boycott Russia-hosted World Cup. Media. 2350 UK imposes set of sanctions on Russia over spy poisoning. 1515 Sky News. 23 Russian diplomats to be expelled from UK. 1242 DW. Angela Merkel elected to fourth term as German Chancellor. 918 Stephen Hawking age 76 Media.